After 50, inflammation can protect you, but it can also quietly increase your risk of heart disease, memory loss, and metabolic decline. The difference is not obvious, and most people misunderstand it. So is inflammation a healthy signal? Or is it a silent problem developing in the background? Let's start with what inflammation actually is. Inflammation is your immune system's protective response to stress or injury. When bacteria enter your body, immune cells release chemical messengers that increase blood flow and recruit reinforcements. When you twist your ankle or cut your finger, the redness, warmth, and swelling are signs that your body is repairing tissue and preventing infection. This short-term process is called acute inflammation. It is targeted, it is time-limited, and it is essential. Once the threat is neutralized and repair begins, the inflammatory response settles down. Balance is restored. That is how a healthy immune system is designed to work. But sometime in midlife, often between the ages of 40 and 60, something more subtle can begin to happen. Even in the absence of obvious infection or injury, blood tests may show slightly elevated levels of inflammatory markers. C-reactive protein, or CARP, may creep upward. Molecules such as interleukin-6 and tumor-necrosis-factor may remain mildly elevated. There is no dramatic swelling, no fever, no clear illness, yet the immune system appears to stay partially activated. This pattern is often called low-grade chronic iodine mononitrate inflammation. You may also hear it referred to as inflammaging, a term that reflects the relationship between aging and persistent immune stimulation. Unlike acute inflammation, this form does not resolve quickly. It lingers quietly, year after year. Why does this shift occur after midlife? One major factor is visceral fat, the deeper fat stored around your abdominal organs. This type of fat is biologically active. It releases inflammatory signaling molecules known as cytokines. As visceral fat accumulates over time, it sends a steady stream of low-level inflammatory signals into the bloodstream. Hormonal changes also contribute. In women, estrogen declines sharply after menopause. Estrogen has natural anti-inflammatory properties, helping to regulate immune responses. As its levels fall, that regulatory influence weakens. In men, testosterone gradually declines with age, affecting muscle mass, fat distribution, and metabolic balance. These shifts can indirectly increase inflammatory tone. Insulin resistance is another key piece of the puzzle. As we age, our cells often respond less efficiently to insulin. Blood sugar remains elevated longer after meals. This metabolic strain damages blood vessel linings and activates inflammatory pathways. Over time, the cycle reinforces itself. Mitochondrial function, the way our cells produce energy, also becomes less efficient with age. Damaged cells release distress signals that further stimulate the immune system. Add chronic psychological stress and fragmented sleep, both common after midlife, and the immune system may remain on low-level alert far longer than necessary. Even dietary patterns accumulate impact. Diets high in refined sugars, ultra-processed foods, and trans fats promote oxidative stress and inflammatory signaling. Decades of such exposure matter. Individually, these factors may seem modest. Together, they create a background hum of immune activation. Now here is the important distinction. Inflammation after FIFT can still be a helpful signal. If you have an infection, undergo surgery, or experience an injury, temporary increases in inflammatory markers are expected. That response is protective. It is part of healing. The concern arises when inflammation remains persistently elevated without a clear reason. When that low-grade activation becomes chronic, it shifts from signal to risk factor. In the cardiovascular system, chronic inflammation contributes to the formation and instability of atherosclerotic plaques. It influences how cholesterol deposits in artery walls and how likely those plaques are to rupture, leading to heart attack or stroke. In the brain, persistent inflammation appears to influence neurological communication and may accelerate processes associated with cognitive decline. Researchers continue to study its role in forms of dementia. But the association is increasingly clear. In metabolism, chronic inflammation interferes with insulin signaling, pushing the body closer to type 2 diabetes. It alters how fat is stored and how energy is used. In bone tissue, inflammatory cytokines stimulate cells that break down bone, contributing over time to oxygen monosulfide osteoporosis. Even at the cellular level, prolonged inflammatory signaling can create an environment that favors abnormal cell growth. Notice what this means. A single biological imbalance, persistent immune activation, can ripple across multiple organ systems. The heart, brain, pancreas, bones, and blood vessels are not isolated. They are interconnected within the same inflammatory network. And yet, this does not mean aging equals inevitable disease. It means regulation becomes more important. The immune system is not designed to be silent. It is designed to respond and then return to baseline. Aging challenges that flexibility, but it does not eliminate it. So what can we realistically do? Reducing visceral fat is one of the most effective ways to lower inflammatory burden. Even a modest weight reduction of 5 to 10% can significantly reduce c-reactive protein levels and improve metabolic signaling. Regular physical activity acts as a natural anti-inflammatory agent. Muscle contractions release compounds that counter inflammatory cytokines. Strength training preserves muscle mass, which improves insulin sensitivity. Aerobic movement improves vascular health. Sleep deserves serious attention. Deep, restorative sleep helps recalibration of immune signaling. Chronic sleep deprivation does the opposite. Nutrition matters at the cellular level. Diets rich in vegetables, fruits, legumes, nuts, whole grains, and fatty fish provide antioxidants and omega-3 fatty acids that help regulate inflammatory pathways. Reducing ultra-processed foods lowers metabolic stress. Stress management is not simply emotional comfort, it is biological regulation. Chronic stress elevates cortisol and disrupts immune balance. Meaningful social connection, time outdoors, spiritual practices, or mindfulness techniques all influence inflammatory signaling. And routine medical monitoring allows early detection of rising blood sugar, lipid changes, or inflammatory markers before symptoms appear. Here is the deeper insight. After midlife, some increase in inflammatory tone may be part of normal aging. But chronic, unchecked inflammation is not destiny. It is a reflection of how well our systems are adapting. The goal is not to fear inflammation, nor is it to suppress it blindly. The goal is to restore balance, to help the immune system do what it was designed to do, respond when necessary and quiet down when the work is done. Aging is not simply decline. It is recalibration. When we understand inflammation as a conversation between our immune system and our lifestyle, we regain agency. So is inflammation after FIFT a signal or a problem? It begins as a signal. It becomes a problem only when it remains unresolved and unaddressed. The empowering truth is that many drivers of low-grade chronic inflammation are modifiable. Not perfectly, not instantly, but meaningfully. Healthy aging is less about eliminating every lab abnormality and more about preserving resilience. The capacity to respond appropriately. The ability to return to balance. After FIFT, knowledge becomes a powerful form of prevention. Your immune system is still working for you. The question is how gently, consistently, and wisely you choose to support it in the years ahead. If you found this information helpful, please consider joining our community here at Thrive Beyond FIFT. Your thoughts and experiences are always welcome in the comments. It's how we all learn to age with more resilience and grace. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep moving forward with confidence.